Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. So of course, as you could tell from the title, Cosmic Brushes is the talk of the town for today's video. They recently launched the Smolder 20 color palette. Not sure what about this palette caught my eye, but it did. I've been wanting to try the brand, so I went ahead and purchased it. I purchased a second palette, the Nudetrals palette. I've had my eye on this palette for quite some time, and when I placed my order for the Smolder, since this was still calling my name, I decided to add it to my order. Cosmic Brushes is a UK-based brand, and all of the beauty content creators, at least most of them, talk about this brand. The palettes they've tried from the brand, they look so absolutely delicious. It was time. I will be creating an eye look with each palette, so it'll be 2 palettes, 2 eye looks kind of video. If you are new here, hi, hello, I give you an extra warm welcome. I hope you enjoy indie brands. I've been featuring them quite a bit, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Okay, let's get started with these eye looks. Right, let me tell you what I went into as far as the face goes. I am exhausted. Gosh, I've been having so much problems with my sleep. It has not been great, and I'm really feeling it today. I mixed the Vive complexion balm and the MAC strobe skin tint. I let you know exactly what shades I'm using down below. Kosas concealer, Simi Haze contour, Kevin Aquan cream bronzer, Kevin Aquan cream blush, powdered with the Huda for my under eyes, and RMS loose powder for the rest of my face, and Moira Cosmetics eye primer. That's it, that's all I have. I'll finish the rest of the face off once I'm done with the eye look. We will start with the Nudetrals palette. This is an older launch. I want to say it's already been a year since this was launched, and wait till you see the inside, because oh my goodness, it does have plastic cover. Do you see how yummy that looks? I am a warm tone gal, so this here speaks to me so nicely. Yeah, okay, so this is which one we're gonna start off with. It retails for $39. Again, it comes from the UK. I don't think there's customs or tariffs for the UK. I don't remember paying any tariffs. I just remember having to pay the shipping and then taxes. Like, it wasn't a ridiculous amount is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me bring you in closer. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I think I'm going to start with Teaze, which looks like it might be more neutral. I feel like this one's leaning pretty warm tone as well as this one, so let's go into this one. Teaze. This is a little fluffy Elamar Cosmetics crease brush. I'm really inspired by the style of eyeshadow that Melanie, Jenna Ortega's makeup artist, did on her, so I'm kind of going to do a similar shape, not exactly like the London Premiere makeup, which I did recreate for Instagram. So if you have an Instagram, go check it out, because I think it came out pretty good. It's a beautiful, it's like a neutral olive, right? Like a neutral olive nude tone, which if you look at the rose, I feel like you can just use the rose and you get a nice and cohesive eye look. Okay, that's what that beautiful tone is looking like. All right, now I think I'm gonna jump into this brown. This one's a little too deep for what I'm going for, so let's do this one. Classy. This is a Ref for 15 mini, and this is going to go in the crease. And if I need to go back to that other tone, I will. I'm gonna deepen up over here as well. Not too much. I'm covering you, apologies. All right, I'm gonna jump into this light nude here, Bare. This is the 21 brush from Victoria Beckham, and I'm gonna use the fluffy crease side. This is what I'm gonna use for the edges. A little bit more soft. This look is pretty grungy, but that's fine. Okay, I did put some glitter glue in the inner corner and about 2/3 in on the lower lash line. Now for a shimmer. Let's do this one in the inner corner. Radiant. It looks like it might have gold, maybe green shift. Oh, it's a peachy one. That's fine. That is fine. It's just a take on the style of eye look that was done on Jenna Ortega. Doesn't need to be super serious. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. And I'm using this Ref 21 brush. It's what I use to apply the glitter glue, which is from Unearthly. And then I'm going to use this one for the rest. Satin. Looks like a pretty rosy pearl champagne shade. Okay. I am going to add a tiny bit of this black, Timeless, and just do a little deepening up on the outer corner. Just a tiny bit. Almost like a shadow wing situation. This is a Laura Lee pencil brush, no longer available, so just whatever pencil brush you have in your collection. Okay, let me put on some mascara, finish off the rest of the face, and come back. All right, my loves, I am back. Here's this pretty grungy look, although I'm loving it. I think it's beautiful. Let me tell you what I finished the face off with. Simi Haze bronzer, Guna is the shade, Chanel blush, Camellia Futura, Kevin Aucoin cream highlighter, Sephora brow gel, and Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil, Makeup Revolution mascara. And for the lips, I have on Ravi Beauty lip liner in almond and Stone lipstick smudged out from MAC Cosmetics. But here it is. Here is the eye look with this Nudetrals palette from Cosmic Brushes. Let me scooch one out. Okay. Wow. So far, first impression. Wow, this Nudetrals palette is really pretty. Now, I will say for the mattes, it's definitely a formula that you can build up. You're not going to get like bam in your face pigment right off the bat. It reminds me a tiny bit of the Glaminatrix formula. But yeah, okay, just wow. Next palette is the Smolder palette, and I'll probably do one eye look, and if I have time, I'll do a second one. But yeah, okay, let me send you on off to the Smolder palette eye look. All right, my loves, now we're gonna jump into the Smolder palette from Cosmic Brushes. By the way, both of these palettes came very well packaged. Here it is, 24-month shelf life, made in PRC. Okay, I'm hoping both were made in PRC because I didn't tell you. For the other one, has a plastic cover, and there it is. I feel like pictures, it looks different than once you open it up, and I also feel like the viewfinder is making it look a tiny bit more cool toned than I actually see. Well, maybe it is. Don't think grayscale, think neutrals with a cool nude undertone. Yeah, definitely not grayscale. I was watching Angelica Nickvis video on this palette. She did 2 eye looks with it, and one of her subscribers commented saying, "This is what I feel Natasha Denona was trying to achieve with her meaty Xenon palette, but missed the mark." And I totally agree with that. Palette is just a scale palette, and even the shimmers, there's supposed to be a tiny bit of pink in it, but I feel like with the shimmer she also missed the mark, and I don't see, like, it just looks gray. At least the reviews that I saw, kind of palette, and most, if not all of the eye looks looked very, very similar. All right, I got you in closer. Base, it's the same. I do have powder blush on. What did I go into? Because I don't. Oh, I went into the Haus Labs Fire Moon, which I might have to add something to this because I don't know if it's gonna go with whatever eye look I decide to do, because this does lean pretty cool toned. And I feel like on my skin tone and my eyelids, it's definitely gonna look cool toned. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with this tone here, Sultry, and it almost looks like a stone nude shade. So this is gonna go in the outer corner, and on my lips I just have the NYX matte lip balm, the pink one, Swipe Sesh. My lips, like, even though this is a matte lip balm, it does provide some hydration, which is nice. Okay, that's a pretty cool tone nude. It almost reminds me of like a what's the color I'm thinking of? Oh my goodness, I can't remember. Hopefully it pops in my head. Okay, and taupe is the tone I was trying to think of. Gonna jump into this one here, Kindle Wayne Goss number 8 brush. I'm gonna use this for the edges. It might be a little too light, but we'll see. No, you can see it. Not too many cool tone palettes catch my attention, but I don't know why this one did. And I definitely do agree with what Angelica Nickvis subscriber said about this is what maybe Natasha Denona was striving for, but she just totally missed the mark. Because if she would have done a similar color story like this on her palette, I think it would have been a lot bigger. Because then you wouldn't have just catered to those who enjoy cool tones. You would have catered to those who also enjoy like a neutral color story versus a grayscale color story. Yeah, I feel like that's looking pretty cool toned. I'm kind of looking at these two here, right? Allure also looks pretty. Maybe, let me use this one, Allure. It looks like a shimmery taupe. NYX glitter glue is on. I did use this T2 from Sonia G, and I'm gonna use this to apply the shimmer as well. Okay, yeah, I feel like it's definitely a taupey shimmer shade. Pretty. If you hear yapping in the background, that's my chickies. One of them is upset about something. And then I don't know if I told you all, but we got baby chicks, and we got 10, and out of the 10, one of them turned out to be a rooster. So we have a rooster now and 27 hens. So far I think maybe only one is already laying eggs, maybe 2, but we have 27, and we don't get 27 eggs every day. We get, depending on the day, anywhere between 9 and 12, sometimes 13 or 14. So hopefully that changes. And I can have like a little egg stand. Okay, now should I do embers? I think so, because I think this one down here is a little too silvery and it's gonna totally switch things up. So let's do this one. It might look pink, it might look peachy, we will see. I'm just gonna turn it over and use the other side of the brush, and that's gonna go in the front portion of the lid. Yeah, it looks like a fiery peachy pinky tone. Okie dokie. Now for the inner corner. Okay, so there's this very light, almost pastel pink, or this light nude right here. Let's go for this one here, Shy. Hopefully it's not too pink, although I feel I might just look more white than anything. Yeah, okay. I think that's gonna work. Let me finish off camera, come back, and we can talk real quick. All right, my loves, here it is. Here is the completed makeup. I did add a tiny bit of By Terry blush in Pink Passion just so that my cheeks wouldn't look as warm toned as they did when I first started the eye look. And then the lips, I have on Dominique Cosmetics lip frame lip liner in Soft Brownie, and her lip and cheek tint in Pink Dreams, I think. And everything else is pretty much the same. But here it is. Here is the eye look with the Smolder palette from Cosmic Brushes. Really pretty. I definitely think that peachy warm tone shimmer kind of neutralized the eye look, and it doesn't look as cool toned as it could have gone. But yeah, okay. I'm enjoying the eye look. I think it's beautiful. Let me scooch on out. All right, let me go ahead and insert swatches for both the Nudetrals palette and the Smolder palette. I feel like $39 is a good price point. I also feel like shipping was not horrible. Neither was the price of shipping. Like, I don't feel like I spent an arm and a leg purchasing these two palettes from Cosmic Brushes. I've been wanting to try the brand for a minute, and I'm actually really glad that I finally did, because first impressions, both of these palettes have definitely wowed me. Now I will keep using them. That way I can get a good solid opinion on the palettes and let you know how I feel about them the next time I feature them on my channel or the next time I talk about them. But Cosmic Brushes, okay, you are on my radar, and I will keep an eye on the next launch because these are beautiful. Both the color stories, I think, are just spectacular. I'm pretty glad that the Smolder palette isn't super gray scaled, because I definitely don't think I would be raving about it like I am right now. Let me know if you have tried Cosmic Brushes, what you think. And if you haven't tried the brand, is it because it's UK based? Is that why? I know that sometimes it's hard to order from indie brands because the only place you can order is from their website, right? And I feel like just paying for shipping is also something, well, I mean, everyone's struggling right now, so I totally get it. But yeah, just let me know. I hope you enjoyed both eye looks. Let me know which one's your favorite. I'm sure you already know which one is my favorite, and that's eye look number 1 with the Nudetrals palette, just because it's such that I'm gonna have so much fun with that palette. All right, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. All the comments, all the likes, everything, any interaction really on my channel helps me out more than you know, and I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you all on my next video. Bye.